student loans canceled, it means that, it's hope to buy a house or have a kid or travel abroad. Hopefully someone else who's at an ISEF competition somewhere will be able to do that because of this. A source that Republicans used that was in communication with Russian intelligence.
AOC went on Stephen Colbert's show, and anytime an ethnic woman articulates points that just destroys the MAGA worldview, they have to come crawling out of their basements with insults, which is exactly what's happening over on X with some of these clips. So I thought, why not play a few of them and show why, like usual, she's right on the point with the things she's saying, starting with the failed Biden impeachment.
Let's just rewind a second. We just went through an impeachment attempt on the President of the United States that was started with a source that Republicans used that was in communication with Russian intelligence. So you have not just the bottom bench here, you have the chairman of the House Oversight Committee, Representative Comer, take quote unquote evidence and account from someone who was working with the Russian intelligence and tried to impeach and remove the President of the United States over it.
Notice how as of late, Republicans have nothing to say about the Biden impeachment. That's because it failed. And rather than acknowledge their wrongdoings and concede, they're hoping enough damage was done that they can just silently fade into the background now. We've probably done 5 or 6 videos on this topic alone, so we won't dive too deep, but the person they originally led with as their star witness with bombshell testimony was shortly after indicted for lying and making false statements and shown to have a years-long vendetta against Biden, and his only insight was from when Biden was VP, not president anyway. A whole mess, really. Oh, and to make it worse, he was a known Russian asset the entire time, known to be a Russian asset, and Republicans came forward still. Oh, and to add a little bit more to it, they came forward still while also knowing his testimony was probably untrustworthy as it was uncorroborated, and still move forward with it. This is a huge no-no. You don't move forward with uncorroborated testimonies if you're actually looking to prosecute. And Republican, I think he was an attorney general or prosecutor of some sort, Ken Buck, came out and said this as well. It again just shows how much of a show and a sham this was, just to give Republicans talking points against Biden and to make him seem as if he's somewhat in the same realm as Trump. But I'd say there's still just about 91 charges in between the two of them.
People getting the student loan forgiveness, their student loans canceled, it means that, it's hope to buy a house or have a kid or travel abroad or maybe even go back to school and pursue a career that maybe they otherwise wouldn't have. One of the reasons that's not me now is because I didn't feel like I'd be able to afford medical school. And so hopefully someone else who's at an ISEF competition somewhere will be able to do that because of this.
Think of all the doctors working at Walmart because they were too poor to afford medical school. Think of all the McDonald's workers who should be biologists or therapists. The benefits of having a highly academic and educated society should be obvious, and we shouldn't be putting the barrier to that as, well, if you're wealthy, you can be academic and educated, but if you're not, then, just go do whatever path without education you can find, and best of luck there, buddy. For those with student debt, if they were to have these burdens lifted, they could then go and spend this cash in places with much more economic multipliers. They could start businesses that would create jobs. This could take them off the need for social safety net programs, freeing up tax dollars and space for others who need to be on the program. For specific numbers, researchers estimate 1.5 million new jobs just from relieving student debt, 5.2 million households lifted out of poverty. This would raise our GDP. This would raise so many things economically. Consumer spending would increase over 3%, as every time the student debt to income ratio grows 1% for any given individual, on average, their consumer spending declines over 3%, closer to 4% in some cases. People shouldn't want people spending money on debts. That money does not get multiplied through the economy and circulated or then thus put towards things that would help everyone. Paying Sally Mae $10,000 doesn't do the same as putting $10,000 into a local business business and creating 20 jobs for your community. That should be obvious. Or shopping at a local car shop. It's going to have different effects. That money is going to go to the shop owner, who then is going to take it to, I don't know, the mechanic to fix one of the cars, who's then going to go and buy his groceries and buy a house, maybe raise property values in the neighborhood. That's going to go to a local real estate person who's going to go and spend that on the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, rather than Sally Mae, who takes that $10,000 and pockets it as a private company that's just coming to profit at your expense pretty much and not benefit the economy in any way. And that's what we should be looking to do away with, and having this money again instead circulate in the economy where it helps everyone in society. And at the same time, we should want to incentivize higher learning. It only puts more skill into our workforce, gives us a more educated and highly academic workforce where the benefit is bountiful. We need more doctors and surgeons. We don't have enough. We need more engineers. We don't have enough. We need more of these jobs that people aren't going to go to school for if they're scared of falling into crippling debt, or if the salaries aren't even enough to really mediate the debt that they would have to go into the way that they should. We all already pitch in for investments into society, whether it be roads, schools, infrastructure of any kind, transportation, and allowing more critical thinkers and socioeconomic backgrounds to fill up these kinds of jobs is one of the greatest investments one can make. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together.